All right, now I go to work in a little bit, but I'm hungry. I'm going to get something to eat. And Madagascar, my spirit's telling me to talk about Madagascar. So let's talk about Madagascar. There's a scene in Madagascar where the main character, the lion, can't drive and record at the same time. The main character, the lion, he's in Africa. He's newly freed from the zoo, and he gets his first taste of hunger. He starts to look around left to right, and all the people he sees as his friends and neighbors appear as food. Hams. Bloop, 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 bloop. Ham. Everywhere. Oh, it's getting hungry. Pause it right there. Years ago, I was watching Bobby Hemmett. He was talking about us not having the full remembrance of who and what we are. And from the high perspective of looking down on Earth, said, and if I could get down there, I'd be doing this, that, third, be running shit. The motherfuckers asleep down here. We get down here and we become sleep, just like everybody else. But sometimes, that light goes off, that alarm clock goes off, and you wake up. And we know that this stuff's being monitored. It's not a big deal. We're not here to harm anybody. But when we wake up to who and what we are, we go inside and we tap into what's inside and cease to be heavily distracted by anything going on outside of our physical form. We tap in. Whoa. It is challenging to put it into words, but I will discuss it in upcoming videos. I will discuss those experiences. I will discuss the colors. I will discuss the senses outside of the five senses that we are conditioned to believe determine the reality. There's levels to this. Hams. Bloop, 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 bloop. You have that thought in your mind. It's like, think I'm the God I've been looking for. This God actually exists inside me, particularly inside my imagination. Hold on, stay with me. Think about it. Think about all the things that you've imagined. Then think about the time delay because of the density of this third dimension in which those imaginations came into play, where you could see it and perceive it with your physical senses. Think about that. Magi nation, we've talked about this, nation of magicians. That's where the God magic is, in your imagination. You take a picture of your favorite car. You can't afford it. Put it on the wall. You're looking at it every day. But there's levels to this, I say. So you're looking at it, but in addition to looking at it, you can imagine what the steering wheel feels like, the leather wrapped steering wheel. You can imagine what the heated seats look like or feel like during the winter time. You can hear the bowls of the sound system that goes through the car. You can feel your hair move through the drop top if it's a drop top, or the sunroof. All of these features, you just bathe in the thoughts of all of these features that your new car that you don't own yet, but you are thinking about it as if you already own it. You can feel it. Think about the time delay between that what you're paying attention to and how it materializes in this existence. You get a pre-approval letter. Your credit's just barely good enough to get this car you want. It's that's it. You don't have to start car. Start with something simple. You know, it happens all the time. You are creating your own reality. You are, and you are being distracted from being the creator that you actually are. We all are. Till you realize the game that's being played on you. Now, just because you realize the game that's being played on you, don't mean you understand all the levels of it. But I understand enough of it to know that I am creating my own reality. That is evident because the evidence happens everywhere, from the work environment to your social environment. It happens everywhere. If you can pay attention to the small details. I mean, they just manifest. You know, start a job, you're at the bottom, and while you're working at the bottom, vacuuming dust out of a bucket to transfer it to another bucket. You imagine yourself walking around in a polo shirt, checking to make sure all the projects is done, and everything has to come through you. And imagine hold that feeling long enough, and pretend that is actually, well, pretend, know that that's your actual reality, as if you're actually experiencing it, and watch for the time delay between where you are at and where you imagine you're at. Document it. Tell me I'm lying. I think that's all I wanted to say about that. Ham. Bloop, 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 bloop. Oh my gosh. I think it's cool that maybe, the early stages of this is documented. Which it's cool. Maybe it'll serve for benefit for some of you in the videos to come. Thank you for coming. God bless you. Good day.